Fall Weather Friends is an episode that I think is a lot of fun. It was an episode that firmly grounds both Rainbow Dash and Applejack as athletes, though this wasn't hard to guess based on their goals and occupations, and it also shows for the first time that they both have a competitive streak, something that, while obvious in Dash, was less so in Applejack. It's a shame that AJ's interest in competition really isn't addressed again in the 2 seasons that follow, because here's a great aspect of her character to explore that doesn't revolve around a concept that's too dark or deep for the tone of the show. Despite her competitive nature, though, AJ still remains the most mature of the cast, and unlike Rainbow, isn't apt to start cheating in the Iron Pony competition despite Rainbow's blatant bending of the rules. AJ is shown to be talking herself down from exploding at Rainbow and making a scene, once again showing that this pony has her shit together, and is really admirable. Of course, once Rainbow starts cheating again, even after AJ called her out over it in the Running of the Leaves, all bets are off, and shown that even Applejack has her limits. Which is a good thing, because if she had completely stuck to her guns, it would have made her feel a lot less human. Pony. Also, Pinkie Pie explicitly states that autumn leaves would never fall off the trees if the ponies didn't coerce them down via the running of the leaves, therefore botching my previously stated headcanon where weather manipulation is a practice of convenience and not necessity. Of course, the way she refers to it seems to imply a symbiotic relationship between ponies and the rest of nature. Perhaps then, ponies didn't invent or determine the structure of the weather and the seasons, but instead are naturally in tune with their surrounding ecosystem in a way that human beings aren't, and instinctively participate in its equilibrium, similar to the ways that bees pollinate flowers and the like. Actually, this concept's kind of badass. Another thing I really loved was Ashley Ball's voice work in this episode. Her work with Rainbow Dash while she pokes fun at Twilight before the race begins is particularly impressive, since making subtle giggles and stuff like that she was doing the whole time and have them come off as natural is very difficult, but she pulled it off with aplomb. This episode is completely hilarious to me in terms of voice work because the entire time the bulk of the dialogue is between Applejack and Rainbow Dash, both of who are voiced by Ashley Ball. So all I can envision is her sitting in a recording studio talking to herself. And one last thing I nearly forgot to mention that I enjoyed immensely in this episode was William Anderson's awesome work on the background tunes. I almost forgot to mention it, but that kind of speaks to the strength of Anderson's work here in the series overall. Background music isn't supposed to call attention to itself, but instead blend into what's happening on screen and subtly create mood and invoke emotion. The fact that his work is so unspoken actually speaks volumes about its quality. Here the usual happy synths and strings are paired with some awesome guitar work during the Iron Pony competition, and that really helps change the tone of what's going on. Anderson's work is always impeccable though, so this doesn't really surprise me. The man deserves more recognition. Wait, which episode is next?